This is the Generic Live Show for Sunday, the 3rd of June, 2018. And it begins right now.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Hold on tight. This is the Generic Live Show.
Thanks for joining us here on the Generic Live Show for Sunday. It's Dale Campbell here with you. We're doing it for Geek.io. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure as per always. Holy cow, everyone. Welcome to an epic Generic Live Show. Bow, bow. I don't know what that noise was. We had probably one of the best pre-shows I think we've had in a very long time. We talked all things life. Definitely the 3rd, says Corson Rhino. Can confirm that it's not the 5th, but it's the 3rd. I'm half tempted to leave that in because, you know, yeah, it's epic. An epic way. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the epic way to end an epic pre-show is to stuff up the date of the recording of the show. And it's not even a one-day thing, because it's the 4th here, so I don't know why my head went 4 today. Can confirm that it's the 3rd of June, 2018. I don't know about if I can confirm or not that my name's Dale Campbell, and it's 8/19 here in the Great Land Down Under. I'd never say the time on this show, so I don't know why I'm starting now. But if you did miss the pre-show, you can get it at patreon.com/geekio, along with all the other ones and all of the other bits of the show in the post-show. We've still got an epic post-show planned, so stay tuned for that. But if you're missing the fun and live shenanigans, you can listen to us live Sundays, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, over at twitch.tv/geekio show. So there you go. It's a fun party. We've got the chat room. If you do support us on Patreon, you can get access to influence the show and get a chance to call in live. That's right. If you're a patron or want to be a part of the show, let us know in the Discord at geek-io.net/discord. There you go. I don't know why I went into my my radio voice, but there you go. And if you're a patron, Twitch Prime subscriber, or just a Twitch subscriber, or a part of the team, you can call in at any time using Show or Do channel on the Discord. And glad that we have that up and running this week, because without that, we wouldn't have had such an epic pre-show. But now we're into the show, and I'm so glad. By the way, I'm glad that we've delayed the show enough. I think this was a ruse, right? This is a secret ruse to delay the start of the show, right? The fact that we have to talk about... We have an update for everyone. Beep, 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 beep. It's update time. That's the new bumper for any updates that we have. But we've got an update. As he turns it down. We have an update. Remember the Australian politician Barnaby Joyce? Does that name ring a bell to any of our listeners? Let me refresh you on the name Barnaby Joyce. We talked about him, it'll be about a month ago? I don't know why my voice went so high, but I think it was about a month ago we talked about him. He's the leader He's the leader of the bunch. He's the leader of the... was the leader of the national parties. He is married. I believe he has 3 kids. Life was going well for him. Corson Rhino remembers. There you go. Corson Rhino remembers. Yes, it is the guy who had the scandal where he was having an affair with his now former staffer. I'm convinced that she was still working for him during the affair, and she fell pregnant with his child. And we were talking about how the media was going crazy for it, and how the child was almost due. Well, guess what? The child has been birthed. The child has been birthed. The child has been birthed. Be birthed beyond this child. Man, I don't get preachy on this show too often, but when it does, it's comedy gold. Having a baby is not like catching a cold. Best line of the day is having a baby is not like catching a cold. It's ironic because it's like a bit below 50 degrees Fahrenheit here today. My poor soul, the child has been birthed. Hallelujah. Which is good. No, that's a good thing that the child's doing healthily. The child is doing healthily. The child's doing well. So, it's doing well, which is good news. I wouldn't wish harm on this child. It's not the child's fault that this man got greedy and wanted to have 2 things going at once. Healthily. Dale Dictionary. So, the child's doing well. However, there's always a but when it comes to the Giant Live Show, right? There's always a but. But the next move by this politician is going to actually surprise all of you. This politician says he accepted 150,000 Australian dollars for an interview because allegedly his partner wanted it. Which, by the way, btdubs.com is inaccurate according to him. This politician says he accepted 150,000 for an interview because his partner wanted it. Thanks, BuzzFeed News. Yeah, I know, right? This is the reason why. Okay, let me go. I mean, I rag on BuzzFeed a lot. I need to be full screen for this. I rag on BuzzFeed quite a bit. We have a fun thing in the post show where we talk about all things BuzzFeed quizzes. But I picked this one because it's written snarkily and has the most Twitter backlash. I'm not gonna lie, like, literally chose this because it has the Twitter backlash in here, because why not? We read from BuzzFeed News. Former Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce has responded to a wave of criticism that hit earlier this week after it was revealed that his partner would be paid $150,000 for an interview on the 7 Network, which is untrue because he's getting the money. Spoiler alert, it later came out that he is getting the money. Which, just look at that face. Isn't that the stupidest face you've seen all day? It's the stupidest face I've seen today. And I see a lot of faces in my job. Doing this job. Stupidest face. Anyway, we continue. The Nationals MP told the Australian newspaper that Vicky Champion, his partner and mother of their newborn son Sebastian, who was the one who accepted the cash deal. Inaccurate because he's now the one that's accepting the cash deal. cash is being moved around. Like, they're making these leaves move. By the way, Vicky Chaplin is the woman and now is being referred to as his partner. So I don't know what the story is there. Quote, remember, Remember, there are other people in this interview, being Vicky and Seb. So it was just an interview with me, and as a politician, sure, I'm not going to charge for that, he said. Oh, thank God for that. You know, you wouldn't charge for that, but seeing that the partner, in air quotes, is going to be there, and the newborn baby, you're going to take money now. Something doesn't sit right with me there. Joyce told Chaplin decided to do the interview as she said she's being screwed over. So, yes, she's being screwed over. But she's still going to take this money and do a public interview. This response, though, might be the funniest response you'll hear all day. These are strong comments from frontbencher Kelly O'Dea from RN Breakfast with Hamish News regarding Barnaby Joyce's paid interview. This is hilarious. Mind you, it only comes from the left ear.
We haven't offered you, or you haven't accepted any money to talk to us on the program this morning.
No, I haven't.
Do you think serving politicians should ever put a price on being accountable to the public?
No, I don't.
And do you think Barnaby Joyce, therefore, has made a mistake?
I do.
And would you like to see him not do that interview?
Well, look, ultimately it's a matter for him and his judgment. I personally wouldn't do it. I don't think it's right, and I think most Australians are pretty disgusted by it.
Kelly O'Dwyer, thank you.
Exactly. I'm disgusted that he's doing this paid interview. Let us know. Hashtag join the conversation in the Discord or anywhere. Please let me know. If you want to be on the show or join the show audio, if you're a patron, Twitch subscriber, or member of the team, let me know, because I think it's disgusting that he's doing this paid interview, because he was the one that messed up, and he should pay the consequences for that. We shouldn't pay for it. Actually, I'm not paying for it, thank the Lord, because, well, I already pay his wages. I don't need to pay him for his interview. Thanks, 7 Network. And whatever trash reality show you've got going on this week. But I don't need to pay for his interview. He doesn't need to do the interview either. We know the story. We already know the story. The story is pretty clear. This one, this is Barnaby Joyce now talking regarding this story. And if you're not upset at this, Gary's out of the quote, birth beyond this child, Again, I don't get preachy on this show, but when I do, it's a treat for everyone. So this is Barnaby Joyce finally talking out about this pay-it-all interview. This is going to make you want to throw everything into a river.
You think you should have taken money for the interview?
I didn't. It's an interview, not just with me, it's with Vicky.
Do you understand how people might feel about it?
I'm sure they'll have a whole range of ways to feel about it after they've watched it.
What about your colleagues?
That's a question for them. Look, we tried for privacy. And the last fortnight we've had drones over our house, we've had paparazzi waiting for us outside Armidale Airport, we've had people following us to Uralla. We tried just burning this out, and that didn't work.
Okay. Thanks, ABC News. Also, I do apologise for the audio issues. That's on the video, and it only came in the right ear. Gorilla reporting at its finest. I wanna backtrack a little bit, just to this point, right? I think it's about here.
Following us to Uralla. We tried just burning this out, and that didn't work.
No, it's not that part. Where is it? It's a bit earlier on.
We We tried for privacy. And the last fortnight, we've had drones over our house. We've had paparazzi waiting for us outside Armidale Airport. We've had people following us to Uralla. We tried just burning this out, and that didn't work.
Am I the only one that sees one massive plot hole in that sentence? We tried for privacy, and that didn't work. So we're going to go on national television. Actually, when is that interview? I feel like I've missed it. Probably was on last night, to be honest. Doesn't say. No one said when this thing is, but it's on a Sunday night program. So we're going to see if we can track that down, and I'll watch it, and I'll deliver the goss to you guys. But one thing that bothers me about that clip is this. We tried for privacy, and that didn't work. A, you're a public figure. And B, don't go on national television to do a paid-all interview if you don't want to be in the limelight. Quit politics if you don't want to be in the limelight and under the judgment of the Australian public and public around the world, because you now have made it around the world thanks to this show. No, just kidding. But you're now worldwide because of this show. But it's accurate. News is worldwide this year, and like this year, these days, it's just this year that news is worldwide. Thanks for joining us. If you don't want to be in the public eye, you can't get more in the public eye than politics. And if you don't want to be in the role of politics, get out. Quit politics. Actually, I'm surprised. He is no longer the Deputy Prime Minister, but he's still in Parliament. He still has to go to Question Time every single day. Get played on ABC2 for 9 hours because those Question Times and Senate hearings and the lower house and upper house sessions last for that long. He's still in the public eye. And if you don't want to be in the public eye, quit politics. Simple. If you want alternatives, I hear that the former cricket captain and vice captain have a tradie position for you open because they quit cricket entirely because they didn't want to be in the public eye anymore, and they went and became labourers. Quit politics. Oh, but the money. Oh, he won't do that because it's the money aspect. It's the money aspect. He doesn't want to take a pay cut, so he's going to stay in politics. It makes sense. Now, it all makes sense. Hey, we're gonna chop and change things around a little bit. We're gonna talk about our other big story this week. Same as you remember, same as it ever was. We might push that back, unfortunately, because we got a few things to get through today. The Australia's done it again. Fanfare. Australian workers around the nation are rejoicing because Australian minimum wage increased by Fair Work Commission to $719.20 a week. Here is...
We have decided that it is appropriate to increase the national minimum wage by 3.5%. The new national minimum wage will be $719.20 per week, or $18.93 per hour. This amounts to an increase of $24.30 per week to the weekly rate. We have also decided to increase all modern award minimum wages by 3.5%. Weekly wages will be rounded to the nearest 10 cents. At the C10 tradesperson's award level rate, this translates to an increase of $28.30 per week.
Oops, sorry, I was caught drinking. There you go. More than 2 million Australians will receive a pay raise after the Fair Works Commission increased the national minimum wage by 3.5% to $719.20. Some key points here. The current minimum wage is $18.29 an hour, or $694.90 a week. From July 1st, so next month, it's coming right around the corner. Next month, it'll raise to $18.93 an hour, or an increase $719.20 a week, an increase of 3.5%, amounts to an extra $24.30 a week. And like the chairman of the Fair Work Commission mentioned in that little statement there, the hand down of the decision, he says that, what did he say? He said something in there that stuck out to me. He said, all modern wages will raise, it'll be all raised to the nearest 10 cents. If it kind of works out to be an odd number, it'll be rounded to the nearest 10 cents. Rao points out that that's 525 USD, which is pretty good. We're making it move, and this decision came out of pretty much nowhere. It seems to have just come out of nowhere. Well, for the most part, I maybe the cynical side of me says, well, they cut Sunday and public holiday rates, so this is probably a measure for them to compensate for that. Excuse me. They kind of have to compensate for that, so they're kind of making it, making up for it here, I guess. Is 525 USD a lot of money? I kind of get my paycheck every week, and it's just, and this is for full-time employees only. BT dubs. For full-time employees only. Australian Council of Trade Unions wanted an increase of $50 a week, arguing it would help Australians grappling with the rising cost of living. But the Commission ruled such a large increase would have risk reducing employment opportunities for low-skilled workers and young people. Quote, such adverse effects will impact those groups who are already marginalised in the labour market and on households vulnerable to poverty due to loss of employment or hours, Commission President Irene Ross said. Speaking in Sydney, Justice Ross said economic indicators pointed to a healthy national economy and labour market. Quote, the circumstances is such appropriate to provide a real wage increase to those employees that have found set by the minimum wages and won an award. Look at this royalty-free stock photo. We don't have much to critique on this. We only have barista making coffee. That's the tagline. Is barista making coffee? Really? I thought it was a plumber. I thought it was a plumber making tea. I love tea. I shouldn't bag on it too much. I'm really looking forward to trying. Okay, tea rant. Tea minute with Dale. We have a blend here out at the moment called Australian Afternoon Tea, and I really want to try it. It comes in tea bags, and I really want to try it. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm drinking more tea. I've cut a lot of soda out of my life recently. I have 1 or 2 a week. Well, that's Coke. I've swapped it for other fizzy drinks. So, I'm not cutting soda out of it entirely, but I'm just replacing Coke with other fizzy stuff. Like this wasn't today, but I have been drinking ginger beer of late, and I actually don't mind it. It's the bitter aftertaste is a bit much and leaves my mouth dry, but that's about it. Corsamorano says that Maine has recently raised its state minimum wages to be rolled out over the last couple of years, and they say they love tea. Make a Moscow Mule. If only I knew what a Moscow Mule is. Is a Moscow Mule just a Russian camel? Is a Moscow Mule just a Russian camel? I don't know what a Moscow Mule is. I will say yes, because I'll try everything once. A Moscow Mule. What else we have? Oh, we got Fair Work Commission rules and union push for a $50 increase to the minimum wage. Because of course the unions... Oh, please tell me. Okay. American audience, I'm going to need you... I'm going to need you to fill me in here. Is the labor unions over there just as pushy for... Oh, sad face. I don't know what a Russian... What's a Russian... I'm going to take this sidejack now, apparently. What's a Russian... What's a... Okay. I've never had a Russian camel. I've never had a Moscow mule before. According to allrecipes.com. Oh, we can watch it. Let's watch this making of a Moscow mule. It's ginger beer, vodka, and lime. Huh. You are now watching Moscow Mule Cocktail. We are doing the sidejack today. This is the type of show we're having. That's... Oh, no, we're going to play a commercial. Rao says, yes, they are pushy. In the state that's not... What? In the state that are not right to work states. Okay. Alright, what's this?
Hi, my name is Whitney. Welcome.
Hi, Whitney.
Today I'm going to teach you how to make the Moscow Mule. For the Moscow Mule, you're going to need vodka, ginger beer, sweetener, and lime juice. So what we want to do, this cocktail is in glass.
Oh, we need a better cocktail that's the Russian camel, says Corson Rhino.
Ice.
Okay.
Also your mixing glass.
Wait, you put ice in the mixing glass?
First thing you're going to do is
Oh, that's to
grab
chill the
your
glass.
2 ounces of vodka.
2 ounces, dude. God getting tank.
Next thing you're going to do is grab 3/4 lime juice.
Okay. Where's it come? Oh, it comes out of the bottom. Alright. I didn't see the bottom of it. I was just like, you girl, you're pushing limes. You're pushing lime up a hill battle. Oh, that's only one shot. Okay. Well, it's ounces. I'm Australian. What am I going to do with that information? Oh, I missed that. Go back. Oh, half an ounce of... Oh, what am I going to do with 2 ounces? With 2 ounces equals 1 shot, says Corson Rhino. Okay, I know that now.
Strain over your fresh ice in your pint glass. And it's not going to go all the way to the top. That's what the ginger beer is for.
Okay. Cool. It won't go all the way to the top. Just calm down.
And then garnish with a lime slice.
Oh, garnish with a lime slice. Aww! That's a Moscow Mule. Oh, that's adorable. Of course, I'm right. I'm Australian. What am I going to do with that information? What's an ounce? Ounce? Isn't that something you say when you want to snap someone? Just walk up to someone and go, ounce! So I want that to be the thumbnail of this video. Just be going. That's what I want every thumbnail of every video of mine to be. It's just me going. Like that. That's amazing. I want that like right now, and it's only 8:45 in the morning. Anyway, back on track. Your ginger beer reminded me of that cocktail. That's a good point. I mean, you could probably figure that out. It's just regular ass old Kirk's ginger beer. Ain't nothing fancy, so you could probably do that. Ginger ale too. I do like a good ginger ale. Anyway, that's allrecipes.com. Anyway, so okay, someone remind me what a right to work state is. I don't know what a right to work state is. Is it just you can't be unionized? I don't know what a right to work state is. I should know these things, shouldn't I? Hey, about that. But here's the union's take on the minimum wage increase.
We used to have in our country a living wage. We won it. We were the first country, the first working people in the world to win a living wage 110 years ago. And that concept was a very simple one, that no person or their family should be full-time and live in poverty. This is a step forward today. It's a good step forward, and it's money in people's pockets because the Australian unions went out and fought for it, but it's not enough. It's a step towards a living wage, but
It's a step towards a living wage, and it's not enough. But it's a close second. Girl, let me tell you, I wish I earned, what was it, Girl, I wish I earned $694.90 a week. Spoiler alert, I don't. And I'm doing alright. I'm living. Raul pointed out that you don't have to pay union dues if you live in a right-to-work state. This woman continues.
we will not rest. We will keep fighting until Australian workers, all Australian workers, have a living wage and no full-time worker is living in poverty.
She's referring to no full-time workers living in poverty. So, because I'm so glad that part-time employees aren't important enough to not be on a living wage. I'm being facetious. Cosimo says no person to be compelled as a condition of employment to join or not join or to pay dues due to a labour union. Okay, there you go. Green's workplace relations spokesperson Adam Brandt said the decision would still leave many full-time workers living in poverty. Quote, until we ensure in law a minimum wage is above the poverty level, inequality will continue to grow in Australia, he says. Again, I'll tell you what, as a part-time employee, I sure as heck would love to earn, $600 a week. I would adore that. Some weeks I do, but if I work a minimum week, I don't get anywhere near $600. And again, I'm doing fine. I think, for me personally, and I'm not poo-pooing on people that are unemployed or are unemployable, which is even worse. If you're not employable, then it's a totally different ball game. But I think as I get older, I think I'm starting to get less sympathetic to people who have a full-time job, who have a career, and are doing well for themselves, but still want more on top of that. If that makes sense, I think I'm getting less sympathetic as I reach into my midlife crisis. Quarter life crisis. As I enter my quarter life crisis, I feel like I'm getting my midlife crisis already. My quarter life crisis is that I'm not really tolerating people that are doing well. That's the stipulation. If you're not doing well, that is a really rough situation for you. But people who are doing well and, are earning a living for themselves, still, complaining about $700 a week. And I get that they probably have a car. They probably have a house to repay. But it's all about budgeting. If you know you can't afford a $1,000 repayment every week on a car when you only earn $700, don't buy the car. That's logic 101. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. First of all. Second of all, just try and rearrange your budgeting to, suit a lifestyle. I don't think the poverty line isn't going anywhere. And yes, some people are struggling, and legitimately struggling as well. But those people doing well, have a career, and complaining that it's still not enough, are greedy. I literally just defined greed on the on the ad, so it's not like I'm not. The ABC continues with this graph, which indicates wage price index versus enterprise bargaining agreements, and the next one is the public sector versus the private sector. Corus Rando points out that I always thought that budgeting should be taught in schools. I absolutely agree, and I'm shocked that budgeting's not taught in schools. I learned to budget from a very young age, and for me personally, budgeting's been very important for me, which is why I can take on massive opportunities like working in Disney for 6 months, because I saved a lot of money. I had the dream early on and saved and worked my butt off and saved a lot of money to go and do that as part of my dreams. So, and not everyone will get a chance to do that, and I'm not necessarily complaining, but it's just something that I've put a lot of money towards, and I know I can do that because I have a bit of savings up my sleeve. Like every good person should have savings up their sleeve, and in order to, to go on and do these amazing things. But again, shocked that budgeting's not taught in schools yet. Absolutely agree. So price rise index, it shows that enterprise agreements are higher than price wage index. I don't understand what the point of that graph is. I don't understand what it's showing. Anyway. Anywho. In any event, let's move on to an interesting story of the week. I don't know if you've seen this out on the internet, but it's time for a strange story. Japan, I'm not going to say what I was thinking then. Japan are baffled by these men's pants. How do they do it? How do the Japanese keep out Japanning themselves? It's very impossible, right? Filed in fashion, internet, and Japan. I'll zoom out. Losing their lid over these pants. The whole country, the entire country of Japan have stopped what they're doing right this second at probably 10 o'clock or whatever time it is over in Japan right now. Are losing their lid over these pants. Somebody says, "What even is this?" What even? Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I don't have my mouse activated on this window, but I don't know what's happening in that man's genital region. That's gonna haunt me forever. But yeah, I still don't know. I don't know why you would put fabric over there. Let's learn more about. Oh Jesus! All right, well that's certainly an invitation and a half. So it's not. So hang on. They're stitched. They're stitched like that. So it's a decorative zip. Is that what it? I don't know what's going on in that man's genital region. Like, is that's attached, right? That's sewed there. You have to undo that bit, right, in order to get to the fly. But by the looks of this, it just looks like the zipper is cosmetic. I don't get it. I really don't get what it is. Translate, please. Yes! It's translating. Alright, let's see how well this translates. At left, Naruto at Tazamura left-handed husband. What is this? Of GU's men's bottom. Is this is such a design stylish now? These pants are ashamed and cannot be put on. Oh wow! Oh, savage. Cosmo says yes. Yep, to hide the zip. So having the fly down isn't embarrassing. My fly's done up. Even if it wasn't, you don't see my pants. So, you know, that's neither here nor there. These pants are shaved and cannot be put on. Ouch. Is my sensibility amusing? Why did you change the color there? That's a good point. I was like, why is the color changed? It could just be a brown flap. Or, well, there's that one there that has a black flap. You don't need just that image. But it looks like, from where I am, it looks, yeah, you have to undo that and then that whole bit comes off. And also, it doesn't look like there's an actual... It doesn't look like there's an actual zipper there. You know, the zippy part. That's a good point too, yeah. Then why does it have to be a different color? But yeah, there's no zip there. There's the... I don't know what to call it, but there's no, like, other zip part, right? Or am I going crazy? Unless it's on the other side and we can't see it. It seems too dashy. I seem to warn it with the reverse side WW. What kind of layer I can sell? Question mark this. The translation might not be great. I think it's used as a tool to examine the seriousness of your boyfriend against yourself. Whether or not the woman gets it to the boyfriend as a gift and wearing it on a date. The teeth! Thank you! Corsamano to the rescue. The teeth! That's what I was thinking of. But there's no actual slider there. And I don't know why you're doing this on it, but I don't know. Hey! Hey, this guy is savage. Hey, did you really wear it? However, you can use the color of the tops. The cord has reduced the impression of crotch with slightly heavily woven material. Fell in love. I will get married. Oh, this guy's got one too. And he's got a great bit. Sewing knowledge has crossed him right now. Alright, gotcha, thank you. I knew what it was, the words are hard. Oh, I shouldn't have my mouse there either. That's kind of inappropriate. Man, all of these. You know, I bet this is an anime joke I don't understand. What are the chances that this is an anime joke I don't understand? What are the chances that this is an anime joke? Anyone? Anyone in the audience get this anime joke? I don't know what this is. I mean, it's the item listing to these strange pants, but I don't know who this character on the right is. So I'm just gonna leave that there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Back to the main story. These pants. These men bottoms, what the hell are they? Wrote Twitter there. Some other ones as well are great. Looks like a holster. A holster for your pen island. I love sewing, knitting, and alcohol knowledge is useful for something. Cross and right on the ball today. Truly, this is ridiculous. This is exhibitionist. Fashion is difficult. Fashion is difficult. I mean, what's the age-old saying? Fashion's for practicality, not for comfort. Depending on the person, one would call this public indecency. I guess this is just a dick holder. Done. Night, everyone. Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geeko Media Network production. Bye. So done right now. Done. So done. Oop, I just realized it was on, you got to see all of my behind the scenes stuff. You're welcome. Okay, well, this is just not appropriate for human consumption. Yes. Freddie Mercury did it first. Oh, go away. How is this a fashion trend? I want to see what this photo is. Oh, yeah, translate. Okay, well, that's certainly a thing. Alright, well, I want to see this one. Oh, boy. Boy, howdy, this just got, racy quick. Okay, well, that's this hour. Hope you liked it. Hope you liked it. Alright, we're going to kick it to hour 2 of the program. We're going to take it a shorter hour because the pre-show went long and that's all that matters, right? So we're going to return back in hour 2 of the program. I'm Dale Campbell. I'm doing the Generic Live Show. It's a pleasure as always. There's a new hoax call going around and we need to tell you about it because it's a week ending in Y. I mean, it's a day ending in Y. So we have to tell you about this fake hoax call. Because why not? Alright, this is the Generic Live Show. I'm Dale Campbell and we'll be back in hour 2 of the show. He says very convincingly.